Hey y'all, it's Alec with Sharing the Journey. As most of y'all know, my wife Cindy and I live full-time in our 2019 Tiffin Class A gas motorhome, and we travel the country, work camping one place at a time. So today we're going to talk about our 100 envelope challenge. Now this is update number 2. So if you remember, we started by ordering the challenge book. I will list a link down below. And then we did an introductory video about a week in, and we're able to see how we progressed. Last week I did update number 1. This week we're doing update number 2. Now, what is the 100 envelope challenge? Well, in short, you are supposed to put money in an envelope each week. The envelopes are numbered 1 through 100. And you can see we've got money in the envelope from this week. Now, what you're typically supposed to do is every day fill an envelope. Cindy and I live on a very fixed income, and we're not able to do that because I don't foresee a place where I can put $100 in one week and $55 the next week and $97 the next week. So what I'm doing is I am putting money in the book every week. And then when we do our update like this, we take all the money out except for what's in the very back of the binder. And the goal is to fill one of these big spots. So when we first did the introductory video, we filled the $100 spot. Last week we filled the $99 spot. This week we hope to have enough to fill the $98 spot. And as we progress through the challenge, we should be able to get to a point when the numbers get smaller to fill several every week. Now, once it's complete, we should have $5,050 in this book, which is going to be awesome. As y'all all know, we've been rehired up here in Montana, and we're going to be coming up here next summer. And we have been saving to be able to take the winter off to go back to South Carolina. We have to settle my son's estate. We have to empty out our storage room. We need to check on my parents. They're in their 80s now. And we would like to see our 5 children that live down south, my sister, Cindy's brother, and so on. So the goal is for us to save enough money this season for us to be able to live for 5 to 6 months down in South Carolina off our savings. Now, I do have a small retirement, which will come in very handy. So the retirement and our savings should hopefully, fingers crossed, get us through the winter. Now, I did get some bad news this week about our plans. Is I had filled out an application, was hoping to get a spot at my son's campground. Our youngest son, who owns his own electrical company, lives down in Ridgeway, and we were going to stay at his campground, which was $450 a month. I finally got a call back from them. It looks like they are full. So the closest place to our kids, which mostly live in Columbia, is in Winnsboro, South Carolina. So we have secured a spot, but here's the problem. It's $125 more a month than what I'd originally budgeted. So that's going to throw our expenses off by another $700 to $800 a month. For the season. So it's important that we get this book filled, because we'll be headed back up here and we'll need the money from this book to get back to Montana and to make it until we get our first paycheck, which is 2 to 3 weeks once we arrive, depending on our start date. So let's open the book up and see how we did this week. So I'm going to move the camera down so we can see the book. You don't want to see my ugly face anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the money out, then we'll count the money, and we will see how we did this week and if we're able to fill a big spot. I'll also, after I count it, I will tell you how we funded this week and how we're funding the book. Let me get all the money out and I will come back once I'm done. All right, here's all the money that I put in the book this week. I'm going to separate it out. We'll count it up. Ones, 5. I think it's going to be a lot of ones. Here's a 10. 5. So once I get it all separated, I'll come back in. So here's the money from this week. So let's count it up. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 150, 1, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. $168. Now we know that last week after we filled the $98 spot, no, the $99 spot right there, that we had $77 left over that I put in the book. So this is not all from this week. So if you take the $77 out, I've done the math, that leaves us, I'm sorry, $72. That leaves us with $96 that we added this week. Now, where did that $96 come from? And I sat down before I turned the camera back on and figured it out. So this week we had 2 people donate money to the book, and we appreciate that. Jody B sent us $5 through PayPal, and Cindy T sent us $5 through Buy Me a Coffee. Now, if you've seen my other videos from the past, if not, I ask you to go back and look at some of our prior videos, that we had a sponsorship from Hook Road, which sells Jeep parts and truck parts, accessories. And someone went on one of those videos and bought a bumper for their Jeep. And so we got a $14.25 commission from that. And so I went ahead and rounded that up to $15. And then if you saw on my community page, we now have Sharing the Journey stickers, which I'll put a link down below if you want to buy a sticker. Then they're $8. And I sell those through Buy Me a Coffee. I just bought the stickers from a company, had them shipped to me. I bought 125 of them. And I needed to find a storefront. I realized that Buy Me a Coffee has a storefront, so I went ahead and put them on there. And so we sold 2 stickers after that announcement. So Miss Vicky bought a sticker, and there's a place in Buy Me Coffee where you can also leave a tip. So she paid the $8 for the sticker, and she gave a $2 tip and rounded it up to $10. And then Wayne and Carolyn bought a sticker for $8. So that's $18 of this. And what I'm doing right now, as long as I can afford to do this, is any donations through Buy Me a Coffee or through PayPal or through Supers in YouTube, I'm rounding them up and not taking out any of the fees. And also with the stickers. If you buy a sticker, I'm not taking out the cost of the sticker or any of that stuff. I'm just, whatever the purchase price was, I am putting in the book. So where did the rest of the money come from that I put in the book? Well, here at the campground where we work, we get tips for delivering firewood, taking clean towels to the cabin, helping park people. It's not a lot. It's usually like a little $1 here, or I had a 50-center one time. But so I made $8 in tips. So that $8 went in here. And then from last week's budget, we had $21 left over. So instead of rolling that over into this week, I took that $21 out and put it in here. And so that accounts for the $96 that we were able to add to the book this week. Now let me get the book open. We're going to try to fill the $98 spot. Not going to be enough to also fill the $97 spot. We'll put the rest of the money as high up in the book as we can so I can work on the lower denominations this week. So I really want to thank everybody again. I want to thank Jody and Cindy for the kind donations. You don't know how much that means to us. I also want to thank Vicki and Wayne and Carolyn for buying a sticker. All that really helps because, like I said, we're on a very fixed income. So we need to come up with $98 to fill the spot right here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98. So let's double count that to be sure. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we will stick that in the $98 spot. So we have the 3 largest spots filled in the book. Now I don't think there's $97 here. Let me see. 10, 20, 30, 5, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Close. Should be able to fill that spot next week. So what I'm going to do is break this down. That's going to be too fat to fit in one of those envelopes. Let's see if we can fill the 69. 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, 6, 57, 58, 59, 60. I think that's as fat as we can do. So I'll put this in the 60 spot so we can pull it out next week. And I think as we progress through this challenge, you know, when we get down to where we're filling the 50s and the 40s and the 30s, we should be able to do that. And we got what left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll put this in the 10 spot and know that we have $70 when we count next week to subtract so we know what we added. And these are kind of tight. We're not going to be able to get that many bills in there, so I'm going to break it up into a 4 and a 6. These bills are pretty crinkly and old, and they don't want to fold flat like brand new bills. There's the 4, and here is the 6. You can tell I've used the 6 pocket before because that went a lot easier. Alright, let's take a look. So we're starting the week with the number 4, the number 6, the number 60. Man, I can't wait. Next week we're going to have this page full, the 98, the 99, and the 100. So I'm happy with our 3-week progress. And I want to thank everybody again that's helping with this challenge. If you want to buy a book, I'll put the Amazon link down below, and you can go on the challenge, and in the comments section you can put how you're doing in your money saving challenge. I have figured out through my Amazon affiliate link page, and I did all the paperwork yesterday, how if you do direct deposit and you have over $10 worth of commissions, they will do that monthly. So I filled that out, and I think I checked, there's like $15 or $18 worth of residual commissions. So when I get that money, it's going to go in there. So everything y'all buy on Amazon, if you go through my affiliate link and then search whatever you want, I'll make a little bit of commission from that. And between my hard work and y'all's generosity, I think we will get this filled by the time we come back to Montana. This is very exciting to see this book fill up. Thank y'all for coming along, and come back next week and see how we progress. Thank you. Safe camping and safe travels.